how to speak English even when you don't know the words and you feel like you're going to panic because you don't remember the word and all you can think of is your native language. Stay with me because I want to share 5 strategies that will help you understand what you need to do to keep talking when you don't know the words in English, because I know that happens to you, it happens to me, and I am fluent, so I know how to help you. If you don't know me very well, hi, how's it hanging? I'm teacher Prix, and I'm going to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. Consider subscribing to the channel because every week I post different kinds of English lessons to help you on your journey to English fluency. So I appreciate you becoming part of this beautiful community of learners from all over the globe. Now, let's talk about fluency, right? Because you're here. Not knowing the words is kind of natural, okay? Because even native speakers forget the words. They don't know all the words. They're not walking dictionaries. The same happens to them, okay? So what you need to understand is the real problem is not missing the word, the missing word, the word you don't know, the phrasal verb, oh, that verb, that adjective, that's not the real problem. Most students think it's a vocabulary issue, but the truth is, it is reaction. Your reaction time is slow because you're becoming too obsessed with knowing the word, knowing the exact word that, oh my God, I don't remember what. That is slowing down. That is slowing down your reaction time, how fast you react when something goes wrong. Because speaking a second language means things will go wrong. It's part of the journey. So what your brain does in those 2 to 3 seconds after you forget a word is key. We need to change what happens during those 2 to 3, 5 seconds when you're looking at your boss or you're talking to a stranger at Walmart and you don't know the word. Let's take a look at the first strategy, shall we? Guys, before I show you the 5 strategies, I want to show you common reactions that block fluency, that block vocabulary, that block communication. There are some reactions we usually have which are natural. We tend to react that way. But if we don't do anything about those reactions, we will block our fluency. And you could be living in the United States. You could go to beautiful schools. You could have private teachers. You could go to Harvard like I did. And yet, nothing is going to change if you don't understand these bad reactions that block your fluency. So you stop speaking. I don't want to say, no, I don't want to talk because it was too difficult for me. I can't. So you stop. You ask for someone to speak for you because you panicked. That is a bad reaction. You switch to your native language. So you're talking to someone and then you forgot a word, you immediately start speaking your language. Ai, meu Deus, o que eu vou fazer agora? Ai, one moment. Ai, Jesus, o que eu faço? Ai, como que é a palavra? You switch. Look at me now, switching to Portuguese, my native language. Okay? And some people do this naturally. They speak English and then in the middle of the phrase, they put their native language. Because that's a bad reaction. We got used to doing that. I don't want that for you. You panic and apologize. You go on this non-stop apologizing. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I don't know the word. Oh, I am so sorry. And you keep apologizing and making the situation awkward, making the situation uncomfortable when it is a natural situation. You say, oh, I don't know how to say this. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how to say. I don't know. And then you go to your language. Then you start stuttering or using filler sounds. E, o, u. These are all bad reactions that have the power to block your fluency if you don't do anything about it. Understand this. Fluency is not knowing every word. It's knowing how to keep talking despite the fact you don't know a word. And to keep your posture, to keep calm. I know it's tricky, but when you go into this into this mode of, oh my God, I don't know. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot the word. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Como fala aqui mesmo? When you do this, you're blocking your fluency. So the 5 strategies I'm going to share, if you practice them consistently, I know you will change. So the first one, describing is not a sign of weakness. Describing is the best way you can. Okay, you can. Describing it is the best way you can. I was reading incorrectly. Describing it the best way you can is the #1 strategy every fluent English speaker practices and uses on a regular basis. But here, this is the challenge with this tip. When I say describe, I'm not saying, oh, I don't know. I'm so sorry. Let me describe. It's not a weakness. It's a tool. Use it. And don't start by in a position of weakness. I am so sorry. I don't know the word. So I'll explain. This is terrible to your confidence. People will not respect you anymore the same way you would like it. They will feel sorry for you. They will be patient, but that's not the connection you want to have. So let's say I'm at a store and it's freaking raining and I need to buy this object on the screen, but I freaking forgot how to say it. I'm not going to look, I'm so sorry, I forgot what I need to buy. I don't know how to say in English. English is not my native language. I am so sorry. No. Describing is not a weakness. It's a strategy. You look at the salesperson, I need that object that you use because it's raining and I need to walk outside. What is the name of the object? Umbrella. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. There you go. You didn't need to say, oh, I don't know how to say it. Oh, I am so sorry. No. Como que fala? Guarda-chuva, umbrella? How do I? Nothing. You just go with the flow of communication. This is the difference between someone who is fluent and someone who is always stuck, always thinking of, oh, but I don't know how to say that word. Oh, but what if I forget? It's an object you use outside when it's raining. You hold it with your hand and it protects you from the rain. Oh, but Priscilla, what if I don't remember this perfectly? It is not about remembering. It's about building. That's why I always teach my students in my academy. Fluency is about integration. I integrate vocabulary, grammar, reading, writing, listening, and speaking to make you fluent. So it's not about memorizing this explanation. Oh, it's an object you use outside. No, it's about using what you have at the moment you need. Not what you don't know, not what you don't remember, but using what you have and describe what you need to describe. That's what fluent people do all the time. Now, I want you to do this in the comment section. You can post your answer in the comments, okay? I want you to describe these 3 objects to me. I'm not going to give you the words. Just describe it to me. I don't need to know the word. I know what they are. I know how to say them in English. I just want you to describe them as if you didn't know. Maybe you don't. So practice this. This is what fluency is. Describing makes you more fluent, and I want that for you. Moving on. Use examples. And guys, this works really well with adjectives and verbs because in a conversation, you will forget different kinds of words. Sometimes you will forget objects, nouns, phone, stapler, glasses. You will forget. I don't wear glasses, okay? This is just for my character. Sometimes I become teacher Prix. Ugly glasses. But this strategy works well with adjectives, okay? It really, really well. Some verbs. So let's say you forgot the word responsible. Instead of saying, oh my God, the same strategy, the same bad reaction. Let's eliminate the bad reactions. I don't know, and feeling bad and panicking. You describe with an example. It's a little different from the first one, okay? Because in the first one, you're describing, yes, of course. But here, you're giving an example to help the person give what you need. Because it's not an object. Irresponsible is not an object. So you need to give an example. And then you use your Imagination. You need to use your imagination because fluency is about imagining things and putting the words together to describe what you're imagining. So look, irresponsible. When a person does responsible. When a person does what they need to do, when they finish the tasks, when they tell you they're going to do something and they do it. How do I describe this person? You know, it's like that quality that describes people who do things when they say they're going to do. When they do, they show up and they do their commitments and their responsibilities. Oh, responsibility, I wouldn't be able to use because I wouldn't know, you know? Responsible. Oh, Priscilla, what if I am describing exhausted? You know, how do you feel after working for 24 hours? Oh, you feel very tired. No, but I need a different word that is even more than tired. Like very, very much. Is there a word to describe that? How would you describe someone who is extremely tired? Exhausted? Beat? You know? Oh, exhausted, that's the word. And then keep in mind that if you're talking to someone in a conversation, they may give you a different word, but a good one. So don't expect the person listening to you to know exactly the word you want. Based on your example, the person listening to you will create the image in their heads and give you something close to what you want. And that's good. That's communication. This strategy helps your listener immediately understand what you want to say. And you can do this with verbs. You can do these with adjectives. It works really well with adjectives and verbs. Really, really well. So practice here. Hungry, tired. I should use a different word, not tired. Hungry. Let's see. Hungry. Bored. Okay. Hungry, bored. And let's see the other one, curious. So hungry, bored, and curious, not tired. So practice this, describe and post it in the comments. Let's move on to number 3. Use opposite and similar words. Again, I am trying to change your reaction pattern. Our reaction pattern is to become extremely obsessed with the exact word. Oh, but if I don't know that phrasal verb, then what is my life going to be like? Yeah, you don't know, you don't remember, you forgot. It is what it is. This also works really well with adjectives and verbs, depending on the verb, of course, okay? It doesn't work so well with nouns because here I am thinking of opposites or similar, synonyms, okay? So because we sometimes become extremely obsessed with the exact word, what happens in a conversation? You want to know an exact word, you don't remember it, so your brain it's a hyper-focusing moment. Your brain hyper-focuses on that word you don't remember. And that slows you down, it causes stress, it causes panic, and you freeze. So instead of obsessing, give a command to your brain. Give me the next best word. Give me a synonym. You start telling in your mind, okay, synonym, similar, opposite. Come on, we can do this. And then in the middle of the conversation, you can vocalize that. You can say it. You know, it's when I am not happy with the situation. What is this? Instead of saying frustrated, it's I'm not happy. That's what you can say. I'm not feeling happy with the situation. I'm feeling frustrated. I'm upset. I am not happy. That's good. Oh, I forgot frustrated. It is what it is. You get what you get and you don't get upset. I forgot frustrated. So you can say I'm upset. It's a similar word. You can say I'm not happy. I'm not excited. I'm not motivated. Close. It's not exact because our brain has a lot of resources. Don't try to hyper focus on the one you don't remember. Okay? Delicious. The food is very good. Delicious. Oh, the taste is amazing. Very good. It's special. I forgot delicious. What am I going to do? Use the best you have. What is next? Okay? Oh, but Priscilla, if I do this, my vocabulary will never improve. No. The strategies I'm giving here, they are for real life when you have to talk to people. In your study time, that's when you improve your study strategies. That's what I teach in my study plan. By the way, make sure to get my study plan cycle, because if you want to improve your vocabulary so that you can speak more confidently and more fluently, you need to change the way you study. These strategies will help you change your reaction, okay, your reaction time. What I am teaching right now is, okay, let's change your reaction. But in my study plan, I teach you how to advance your vocabulary, how to study more efficiently. And in my academy, it is the complete package. You will be guided to fluency over the next 6 months. The links are in the description of this video. Make sure to take a look, okay? Get my study plan, or perhaps join my academy. I know you're not going to regret it. And if possible, share this lesson with a friend. I know it can help someone out there. But let's keep going, shall we? 4, ask for help the right way. So many people get really uncomfortable when they don't know a word. And again, it's very similar to number 1, not a sign of weakness. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. Understand how to ask for help without bringing yourself down. Priscilla, I'm a terrible person. I'm the ugly duckling. No. Don't tell people my English is very basic. I am so sorry. My English is very like this, very like that. I'm very basic. I'm just an intermediate. I study alone. That's why. No. Ask for help the right way in a positive manner. Changing this will help you relax. So what's the word for... Oh, how do you say that in English? Oh, I don't remember the exact word, okay? I don't remember the exact word, but this is the closest thing I remember. That's wonderful. It is better than, I am so sorry, I always forget the words. Let me explain. No, know how to ask for help, okay? Oh, I don't remember. There's nothing wrong with saying I don't remember. Be careful with the energy you include. I'm so sorry, I don't remember. No. Do you know a simpler... Ask them, hey, do you know a simple way to say this? And then you explain, combine the strategies, and then you give an example. Do you know a simple word to describe this? Let me say this to you. And then you go, know how to ask for help. That's very important. Very, very important. Don't diminish yourself in front of others. My entire goal here is to show you don't diminish. I'm less because I don't know. I am less because I forgot. You're not less of a person because you don't remember words. You're a human being who has many things in their mind. And now you don't remember a word. It is what it is. Okay? This has happened to me so many times. And I go around, I explain, I have fun. I actually have a lot of fun describing words because that just shows how fluent I am. So give this a new meaning. Oh, let me have fun explaining this because I'm fluent. I can talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime. And finally, stay calm, the most difficult one. It's hard to stay calm, right? It is so freaking hard because we don't want to forget. We don't want to show weakness. We don't want to show we are not so advanced. So when we are talking to our manager, talking to a colleague on the phone, or having an important conversation, an important presentation, we want to show we are strong. And then we forget a word, we feel pathetic. Sometimes, right? Calm down. Because if your brain is stressed, you will forget even more. And I don't want that for you. I want you to remember because your goal should be communication, not perfection. And you can repeat this to yourself. Fluency is communication, not perfection. My goal is to communicate the best way I can and use what I've got. What I've got now. I know these words. Let's see what happens. When you change this internal dialogue in your head and your reaction becomes a little bit more positive, your brain relaxes and the probability of remembering more words will increase. That's what I want for you. Fluent people don't panic. They stay calm and trust their communication skills. So maybe you need to trust a little more. That's perhaps what is lacking for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to share it with a friend. But other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.